and welcome to Dice Tales! Woo!
Mwah, mwah.
Special guest, this is Tally Zora. Mwah.
A resident
Oh,
Friend of the
puppet.
show.
Tonight, guys, it is our 50th session!
What?
That's
I
10
didn't
Zero.
I
Yep.
would
like
have
that.
Done something special. No,
I remember.
nobody made a cake. Nothing.
Not me.
I made a
Nothing.
pie.
I got a new
but
shirt.
that was just for me.
I brought my dog.
That's good enough. Good enough.
It's true. We tried. There was
Baby.
a minimum amount of effort that went into it. So tonight is Finding the Path, our 50th session. So before we get into all of that, time to spring things over to Brad so that he can give some exciting sponsor talks and announcements.
Woo.
Hi,
Unless you
guys,
want her
I'm
to do
Brad.
it instead.
No, I don't think she can
She's
speak.
not prepared.
So,
She's working on it. Speak, Tally, speak. No.
case in point, I still have a purpose on this show.
Yay!
For now.
Doing great.
So we have sponsors. First, check out our friends at Gaming Paper. Gamingpaper.com. They make rolls of gaming paper, sheets of gaming paper, tiles that you can draw on, tiles that you can see through, isometric gaming paper. They also print a lot of modules and adventures and pre-formatted dungeons and things like that for you to check out. And they host our podcast, which is pretty cool. So check them out at gamingpaper.com. Secondly, we have our friends at Character Case, who made it super easy for me to not leave all of my stuff in the car where I've been keeping it, because we're playing a home game. And by home game, I mean at our own homes this evening. But yeah, so dice, minis, pens, pencils, all of it, it was in there. And it was great, because all I had to do is pull this bag out and I had all my stuff. If you want bags like this, check us out at DiceTalesLive.org. There's a link to our spring store where you can buy all kinds of branded merch and apparel, much like Carrie's new shirt that still has sleeves, at least for today.
I didn't cut the sleeves off this one.
Yet.
Admire my restraint.
And then last but not least, our friends at Sirenscape will be providing all of the sounds not made by us. Like the one you just heard.
That was neat.
Those are our sponsors.
Quick draw.
All right. Thank you, Brad, and sponsors. And artist friends of the show, like TJ Corbett and Isaac Grimaldi and Barb Williams. And
Downstairs.
she's very close to the stream today.
Very.
Anyone else have any fun announcements, things coming up? Doing exciting things?
Oh, I do.
Carrie.
But it will already have taken place by the time this airs, I think. So never mind. It will continuously be airing though. On select Wednesday nights on Mini Terrain Domain, I'm running my first game.
Yay!
So it's going to be the
Watch the VOD.
second Wednesday of the month. You can watch the VOD of the first one, which will have already happened by the time this airs. But yeah, I'm super
What's it
excited,
called?
and that'll be fun. It's called The Darkness Outside of Broken Branch. It is a
Nice.
Western themed Call of Cthulhu game.
Pew, pew.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah.
Wreck all the brains.
I'm gonna do my best.
Madness.
Destroy
It's
the
gonna be
sanity.
madness.
Madness.
Check that out, everybody.
Yes.
All right. Well, then I guess we will get into Recapperville, and we will see you guys on the other side.
Woo, 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 woo.
The Children of Destiny continued to fight for their lives against the three Zentarum, finally managing to gain the upper hand and eventually slaying all three attackers. A grateful Harley Chaucer was surprised to learn that the Harpers had sent this eclectic party to a rescue, especially once Leith's lycanthropy was revealed. As they headed out of the woods to rendezvous with Merrick and head back to Burdusk, Leith shared with Harley that they were seeking to save the world from the Shadowvar, and Harley promised the aid of her order, who are paladins of Mistra, sworn to stand against Shah. And that's where we pick up the adventure tonight on Dice Tales.
It's over. And we're back.
So excited about it. Someone worked very hard on that. Mainly Liz.
All right. Hello. So you guys all had to help me, like with my brain too. I know we stopped after the fights, and you guys had started to travel back, but we were just discussing, and we believe Beyonce is still a hamster.
He is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hamtaro Beyonce.
Taro.
Still
We had
in
holy ham grenade.
effect. Holy
Just
ham grenade.
Callista and Leith had been getting the 411 from our new friend Harley Chaucer.
Yes.
And Jill had met up, well, all of them had, but Jill met up with Merrick and said it
Yep.
hadn't gone well and rode
Mhm.
ahead. And that's
Yep.
the marching order.
And
Merrick
I
didn't
believe
know
I'm
that
the-
at all because he wasn't even close to the scene when it
He
was
didn't see
happening.
anything.
He saw nothing.
No phantom arrows.
No
And
hamsters.
Leith also had told Harley about our overall mission, and it turns out that her order is like super opposed to Shar. So
Weird.
Like,
Hell yeah,
she's
but
like
how about
way into that.
She's like all about stopping Shar
all
from
about
doing
stopping Shar.
evil things in the
We're
world.
like the same person.
And
Oh my
a non-zero
God.
a non-zero number of us is also shipping Leith and our new friend Harley. So
You're pretty much the only one who has
not
it
naming
yet.
names.
All right, so I believe that's where we were, and I think that was all the important highlights from the end of all things.
Ooh.
So you guys are heading back to Twilight Hall, yeah?
Yay.
Yeah, I believe
Yes.
I'm riding on Jill's shoulder.
Are any
I-
of you going
I
to
see
have
you.
any conversation with each other about what had just happened on your way back, or are you riding in otherwise companionable silence or solemn silence since Jill died twice?
I'm way ahead by myself, and
All
to
right.
make it
And
clear, I
Beyonce.
had suggested gently that Beyonce ride with Callista.
Okay.
Oh, am I with
okay.
Callista? I thought I was with you.
You were, but then I plucked you off probably while you were focusing on stream things, and I say, why don't you ride with Callista for a while?
Oh, just pass me around. Okay.
You are a baseball.
Like
You-
a
you're-
sack of golden potatoes.
Consider it a
So,
kindness that I
Really only
didn't
one
throw you like a
potato, he's very
slider.
small.
So I'm just gonna be hanging on to one of her horns then.
There's a hamster on my horn.
Awesome.
You better not pee up there.
As it
More
should be.
promises.
All right. So if no one's gonna try to broach Jill's little bubble of self-reflection way up ahead.
Wants to, but she also
No,
has
Jill.
Beyonce with her, and if Merrick's not with Jill, she doesn't want to like push it. So
Merrick is riding like back from where Jill is, but ahead of everybody else. He's just not trying to get up there, but you see him keeping a close eye on her.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And that's
don't
it.
I don't think Beyonce would be very comforting in his Alvin and the Chipmunks voice.
Too bad we'll never find out.
I know.
No. Yeah, Jill is just, very quietly reflecting and drinking a lot out of her flask.
Jill, what are you
Drinking
thinking
and
about?
writing.
Jill is thinking about, I mean, obviously all that had happened and just kind of feeling like a failure again, and thinking about what she saw when she was out, which wasn't just blackness, and she's just kind of just silently processing all of it, and just kind of more or less trying to think of what she's gonna say to the Harpers going back, and how she's gonna reconcile with the fact that she's pretty sure that she's not getting in. and how to reconcile that with Merrick and like our relationship. If he is a Harper and she isn't, like how is that going to work? And she's just, all of it is sort of a miasma right now. It's like one thought becomes too much, and then here comes another one, and so on and so on.
All right, you guys approach back to the Twilight Hall area, and I assume you guys are going to go inside again now that you know the way through the magic floor
Go in, it's like,
of levitation.
And being a
bit
hamster, I'm just gonna be
My
like,
canine friend to do.
Okay.
Oh, we
I
have
don't have
four of them.
angelic aspect up anymore. It's-
Well, you can
Yeah,
just
now
if you're hanging on my horn, you can just go up with me.
I like
There you
the imagery of just a ragdoll hamster. Just the,
I kind of like
No,
that too.
maybe you should be careful because people might not know it's you, and they might try and step on you or something. Just,
step
Do you
on.
regularly step on hamsters that you do not know?
I don't know what tall people do. But he does look a bit like
racist.
A rodent. He looks a bit like a rodent, and people might not realize who he is. So
mean, So
he has
not
a
even
fabulous hair,
accidentally.
though.
better safe than sorry.
It's a at the suggestion of that, he'll switch at Callista to pick him up again.
I'll pick him up and
He doesn't want no one to
straighten
step
out
on
his hair.
him.
I'll straighten out his hair and then I'll put him on my shoulder.
Aw, cute. All right.
Adorbs.
Well, when you guys come up into that sort of receiving room, that's at the top where you levitate into, there's no sign of Belhor currently. But Merrick will turn to you all once everybody's on the ground, and he'll finally fix his gaze on Jill for a moment, and he'll say, "Wait here. I'll be right back."
I just nod.
And he turns and heads out the door, leaving you guys in this little study, as it were.
And under her
going to get
breath,
someone
Jill is
to-
just like, fuck.
I'm gonna step up by Jill and risk. I'm
The
not gonna like
wrath.
touch her.
I'm not
or
gonna hit
anything.
you.
No, I know, but like
She might emotionally.
Yeah.
Verbal smackdown.
I'm just gonna
No,
kind of
see.
step up close and kind of softly say, "You did not fail, you know. You gave your all."
Big deal. If I that Callista, that's ridiculous. I failed. I'm not to terms with it yet, but I'm trying to come to terms with it. I
How did-
lived.
How did as a group they are dead. We took care of them.
You could have stopped at as a group.
Wasn't-
I
was
can't
that
do it on
not-
my own.
Was that not the point of us coming with you because we work as a group?
Yeah, they told you to bring us along.
There was no way
didn't.
that a single person, even a single Harper, was going to take down.
And
a group of
Harley
Zendaren.
actually speaks up because she's still with you guys.
Oh crap!
And-
Her.
Yeah, she's kind of behind the rest of the group right now.
I was trying to like keep it quiet, but
No, she overheard. And
A
she
small
would
room.
say, "I tried doing it on my own, and look what happened to me."
You're already a Harper. It doesn't matter to you. If you all hadn't been there, I'd be dead. I'd be laying in the forest.
And so would
failed.
I, Harper or not.
this is why you
I
have
should- I-
people in your life you can rely on.
And I would put my hand on Callista's shoulder and like, thank you. I understand what you're trying to do. It's just not my path, I guess. And that's fine. And Jill would just kind of like just try to turn away or like back away or something. It's not doing great.
This is trying really hard not to keep talking. She says it's not going to do any good, but she really wants to keep talking.
Really
She
wish
just
I
kind of
had
turns
a,
and looks at the hamster.
really wish I had a more comforting voice right now. But they haven't given you an answer yet. She's alive. We have her.
Yeah. I would kind of like almost chuckle and I say, "Your voice is as comforting as it's ever been." Uh, yeah, I know we have her, and again, you three could have done it without me. So
It is not true. It is not
That
true.
fight got a bit hairier than I was expecting it to. If it
that
weren't
was funny.
for
Leif.
the rest of us to, if it weren't for Beyonce and you and Callista, I wouldn't have made it out of that fight either. This isn't, we fail as one, we succeed as a team kind of thing. It's we live and die together, Jill. That's why, we're still together, I thought.
At that
But-
point, the door opens before Jill can respond. And in comes Merrick, and with him are a couple of other Harpers that you've never seen before. And one of them would approach. Callista, are you holding Beyonce?
Yeah.
Okay, would
She's on my shoulder.
approach Callista and hold out a couple of hands towards where Beyonce is and say, "We can restore you. Come with
I'll
us."
lean my shoulder down toward
May I
their
watch?
hands.
I
There's-
put my little hamster hands together and like pray, please.
Of course, you may come along. And then,
I
is
really
anyone
wanna see how this
else?
works.
Is anyone else still injured currently?
I
Actually-
am down like 30 some hit points,
Okay.
but it's not enough to worry about.
Well,
I
they
have
would.
le-
Sorry, go ahead, Jill.
I was gonna say I have level drain, but that's not injured really.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
I'm
you're
gross and
just-
blood gross, but you know.
You're just feeling not quite yourself. You feel drained.
Yeah, yeah. Why are my arms so weak?
I'm a baby. But yes, they would say, "Of course, come with us and we can get you patched up." And they would look beyond you at Harley too. And she's almost at full, but she's still down about 32. So they would nod to her and say, "It's good to see you, Chaucer. Come with us." And so the three of you would turn to go. Callista, you're left here with Jill. And Merrick is here too. And he would look over at you, Callista, and he'd say, "Do you mind giving us a moment?"
Of course. Does he gesture where he wants me to go?
Yeah, out the way the others are going, so out
Okay.
towards that balcony
Oh.
that leads to where like people go down to the ground floor or float up.
I'll head out to the balcony and just kind of watch the people floating.
Yep, there's a lot of cool places to kind of just stand and take in the gorgeous view there. So it's just you and him there
Mm-hmm.
for a moment, Jill. And finally he turns and looks at you for a long moment. And he hasn't made a lot of long eye contact with you since what happened. But he steps in and he puts one hand on your cheek to try to keep you looking at him in case you are at all inclined to try to look away.
I am inclined to look away, but I
Yeah,
don't.
he's just gently kind of trying to keep you from doing that. And he says, I shouldn't have interfered, but I did.
What? Why?
Because you're more important to me than the code.
Merrick. That's
You're more-
ridiculous.
You're more important to me than any of this.
What did he say? And I would kind of look. Does he wear his like Harper pin on him?
Yeah.
Does he
Yeah.
still have it on?
Make a perception check.
Shite. It's terrible. 26.
Yeah, you can see that it's not on him anymore.
Merrick, that's... And I would kind of like put my hand on his chest. I'm like, are they still in there? Is he still in there? Did you go talk to him?
He wants to talk to you.
Good. I want to talk to him. And I would go around.
Wait, and he goes to stop you, puts a hand on your arm, and he opens his other hand, and you would see that his Harper pin is in his hand.
Oh, good. Phew.
And
Okay.
he says, whatever he has to say to you, I feel like you've earned your place here. And this is mine to give. So he puts it in your hand.
Oh my god. Okay. I would just kind of like quietly take it, and I would nod, and I'd be like, Merrick, thank you. I don't know if I feel ready to earn this. I don't know if I did or not. I don't think I did.
Then earn it.
What did he say? Could you repeat that?
Then earn it next time.
Okay. Be like, well... And I would kind of, at this point, I would smirk a little bit. It's like, Leith said it best. They haven't said no. Oh, wait, Beyonce said that in his adorable new voice. And I would kind of like wink, and then I would go into that room.
Okay. So he'll follow you in
Leaf
there.
sounds like.
Just like that.
She just always imagines him speaking in like a chipmunk voice all the time.
You know how your voice sounds different on recordings? But...
Yeah, yeah. Leith
Yes.
imagines himself as this adorable Irishman, and the rest of us hear Alvin.
Yes. All right. So you go in there to talk to Belvoir, and he's sitting at a desk, and he looks up at the two of you, and you see Merrick is right beside you as you're coming in. He shuts the door, and Belvoir stands up immediately, and he places both hands on the desk and leans forward, and his expression is one of concern, and he says, I owe you a great apology, Jalaris Farhart.
And Jill is a little off-put by that, because she was about to demand an apology. But she was just like, I agree. And I would kind of like, I would cross my arms. That was way too big a scrap for us.
It was. I didn't understand the level of threat that was faced. We didn't quite know who was on Harley's trail, and I certainly never thought it would be 3 trained Zentrum fighters. It was supposed to be an easy mission. First missions are always easy missions. And Merrick tells me it was anything but, even with all of you.
Yeah. Yeah, it was anything but. We all almost died, and I did. So, you're a Harper. You pride yourself in knowing everything about everyone, everywhere, all the time. How did 3 Zentrum in your midst escape you?
Because we are fallible. We're not a perfect organization, Jill, and if you're going to continue to think about joining us, you need to understand the way that things work here. We get our information from agents who travel across this world, bound together by simple understandings of what it means to be free, of what it means to try to transform our weakness into strength, to stop tyrants, feed the oppressed, to ask for nothing in return, to be the song for those with no voice. But unfortunately, there are weaknesses in the way that we don't have some of the resources or some of the structure that other organizations may. It is our strength and it is our weakness. And in this case, you nearly paid the price for our mistakes.
Yeah, well, Thank you for your apology. I accept it, but I kind of nod over at Merrick. I'm like, I don't know what he told you, but it went belly up, and if it wasn't for my friends out there, I would not be here. So if that means I don't get to be one of you, that's what it is. I won't have you pitying me and letting me in, and I won't have any lies about me doing what I did or not doing what I didn't do. Get me in. I'm just
Is
gonna
that
be
what
me.
you think of us? That we would ask you to forsake your bonds with your companions, or give you a position here out of pity?
I feel like I should be able to do more on my own. And I'm nothing without them. That's not the way a Harper should be. That's not the way Merrick was. When we found him, he was working by himself, taking care of himself.
And when we found Merrick, he should tell you what he was like then. And he looks over at Merrick, and Merrick just kind of looks down and smirks. And he says, well, maybe he can tell you. And Merrick looks up at you, and he says, he's right. I didn't have a direction, I suppose, before I found them. I don't know that I could have done much on my own either. The Harpers helped give me purpose. You already have a great destiny with your companions. But I'm hoping that someday that fight will end. And I still want you to have a purpose. But if it's not mine, it doesn't have to be.
I would kind of look at Merrick, and this is kind of surprising. Jill cannot imagine him being like anything but
I know,
focused
capable
and
or
strong
focused.
and capable. Exactly. And so she would like look back at this guy and be like, it's your decision to make. As long as you know what happened, and a lot did happen, then you get to choose. I do want to be a Harper. That has not changed.
See. And he looks over at Merrick, and he looks down, and you'd see him noticing that his pin is off.
Mhm.
And he looks back at you too. And he says, what you need to know is that the first mission is, it's not a pass-fail. It's a test of willingness, of loyalty to the task, not competence. In fact, we even accept refusal of a mission if it's for good and honest reasons. The only reason we would have to turn you away is if you changed your mind about joining, or if you were found seriously wanting in a moral capacity in the way that you approach this. But that's not the case. You gave your life for someone you didn't even know. Twice. Is that not true?
Oh, it's true. And Jill would kind of just get a very grim and distant look on her face all of a sudden.
We're interested in those who are seeking to better themselves and to better the realms. Is that you, Jill?
Yes. Yes.
Then keep Merrick's pin if you want it. I'll give him a new one.
And I kind of like, Jill would like almost be surprised, and she would sort of stand back and like look at Merrick and look at him, and she would like have Merrick's pin and just like hold on to it more tightly, and it's like, thank you. I was really nervous.
And he would grin, and then he would clap Merrick on the shoulder, and he'd say, this one's got to stick around because someone has to report on your conduct and competence, so it seems a good fit.
Yeah. Yeah. He'll be at my side, I think, for a while.
And he
So-
smiles and he's just looking at you very sort of intimately.
Yeah, and I
he
just
says, I'm
yeah.
not going anywhere.
and I smile and I just
Sorry,
like
Leith.
do I and I'm like, do we shake hands or do I bow or is there some kind of hand jive something we
And
do?
he will
What-
teach you a secret handshake in that
Cool!
moment.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Secret handshake. Got it. Jill memorizes it instantly.
Yes. All right.
Just sort of
And
nods
he says, why don't you go rest for the night?
Yeah.
Spend some time with your companions. Thank them on our behalf for what they've done as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I will. I hate to ask to seem like a lush. Is there anywhere to drink in this complex?
Mara can show you.
And I would nod again. I'm very happy.
And then, if you need to avail yourself of our libraries, it sounds, you can do so in the morning.
Wow, everybody is hot in this universe. And so, yeah, Jill would nod and be like, "Thank you. I'm not a very bookish type, but I think we'll be able to find what we need. Thank you again. This really it means a lot."
Means a lot that you were willing to come back here even after what happened. Someone of lesser mettle would have turned and never walked back into this hole.
And I would just kind of like shrug and be like, "I've been running for a long time. I wanted, if you turned me away, which I really, really thought you were gonna, I wanted it to be on my terms, and I didn't want to run from it. So,
All right. Well, have a good evening.
thank you." And
That's
Jill
the
would do like
glass.
a mildly messed up version of this cool secret hand signal,
Yeah.
and then kind of hurry out of the room.
Merrick turns to walk with you and he says, we'll work on that.
Adorable, adorbs.
I'm supposed
Alright.
to hear the door open when they leave the room.
Yes, so you would see them coming out on the balcony.
I'll turn around pretty quickly and my eyes immediately go to on Jill where Merrick usually wore his pin.
Uh-huh.
I would have put it on by now.
Aw, she's wearing the little pin.
I'm wearing my
She's
pin.
in the
Calista
club.
kind of freezes for a minute and then
I'm
She
as surprised as you are.
up to Jill. This is what he wanted. I am so happy for you. Congratulations. And I'll give her a hug.
I was just gonna say I hug her too, and it's
Aw.
not just like a bro like bumping back, like it's
Like a
long and it's
real-
tight, and yeah, it's really a good hug.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
So cute.
You guys
It's
are-
yeah,
you
this
guys
is
are
nice.
cute. You guys are cute.
And I'd be like, and I pull Callista back. I'm like, they say there's a place to drink here.
That's not
Merrick
the
will
song
show
I
us.
wanted. It's too
Lead
dramatic.
the way.
Hooray!
Music.
Where's Katya?
Somebody's getting poisoned.
Where is Katya?
We left her. Oh no, she
Katya,
came with us. That's right.
Kat-
She came with us on the mission. Okay, so
Katya stayed upstairs where that butcher was outside.
she's sniffing around.
Right.
Just sniffing around the butcher shop, making everyone nervous, licking her chops.
Oh
Looking
god.
for some more alcohol, you know.
For a second, I thought we
No,
left
she's
her in the
done with
woods.
that.
She's a lush now. Watch
No,
out.
she's hoping.
She's
She's,
off the
hoping for the
sauce.
butcher to toss her some jerky or something.
He might, just to keep her from eating him. He's a little nervous.
Scaring all his
about-
customers away.
Peace
Yeah.
offering.
He's like, go, cat. Nice kitty. Good kitty.
If he does that, she'll like kind of rear up a little bit on her hind legs with it in her mouth, and she'll like put a big paw on his chest, totally sheathed claws, like
Ugh.
big paw on his
So,
chest, and like
big
kind of
pad.
snuffle around him a little bit.
Murder myth.
Yeah, that's good kitty.
And then she'll lay down and just kind of lope off with the meat in her mouth.
Oh gosh.
Panther terrorizing the village.
Oh
So
man.
she's making friends.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, down in the little cleric infirmary, where Leith is going, one of the clerics is gonna cast heal spells on you guys, so you and Harley will get all healed up, and then another is gonna be doing a break enchantment on our little Hamtaro friend over here, and so that first attempt at it will be successful. Yay! So you will watch as they cast and intone the magic, and then slowly sparkles kind of encapsulate the little hamster, and then he grows and grows back into Beyonce, and the fur stays until he's like full sized, and then he gets all the fur like recedes into him. His voice is also squeaky for a moment.
Then it just burps it out like cold magic.
Yep.
Oh,
And you're back.
And then he immediately checks for Justifier, and then he looks down his pants to make sure that's all right.
Hamster size forever.
Both of his swords are fine.
Oh, thank Tyr. Oh,
How do you feel, Beyonce?
still like shit, but not a hamster.
And Harley kind of looks over your shoulder and says, "Oh, that's what you look like."
Oh yes. And that's what you look like. It's a.
I looked like this the whole time.
Oh, I know. I'm just at like eye level now.
Oh, I see.
I only see you.
Did we look like giants?
Oh, absolutely. Like the mountain sized. It was insane. You look, I like you better like this.
Leith is trying
name's
without.
Beyonce.
I'm Harley. Thanks for the rescue, all of you.
Leith is trying without drawing any attention to himself as
To make
Beyonce is
himself
talking
taller.
about seeing her eye level to just like stand up a little bit taller.
Oh my god.
Oh, Tally
you
gets it.
know,
Tally gets
uses
it.
good posture. He can almost reach 4 feet.
Oh.
She doesn't at least notice what you're doing, so.
He's not,
There you
you
go.
know, just trying to stand up a little straighter.
That's so cute. That is so cute.
Well,
I mean, if you prefer being a hamster, Beyonce, I can always turn you back. Something
no,
I've actually gotten
I
okay
think
at.
I think the bit has run its course.
You sure?
That's
It doesn't have to be a hamster. It can be pretty much anything.
I'll bear that in mind, but pass for now. I like
Harley
myself
says
better
a
like
lot
this.
of the Mistrans like to just turn each other into weird things for fun. It keeps things interesting, I guess.
Oh, are they into that? Oh.
Hey.
I'm not like that.
I mean, I'm not here to kink shame, but I don't know what your order's into.
Right? Right?
They're an order of magic users, so they're into whatever magic can do.
Oh, I get that.
That's a broad spectrum.
It is.
I know that I can do a lot with magic, and I know that Beyonce can do a lot of other things with magic. What kind of things can you do?
What kind of things can I do?
Yeah.
Well, I can't really do that much, I guess.
Can you turn into a hamster?
No,
It could be like
a
a hamster club.
I have a little bit of magic, but I'm a paladin, so most of my spells are just to sort of enhance my fighting, or to heal my horse, or make myself, I don't know,
It's
a little more. And then she casts Eagle Splendor on herself.
Oh my god, the fan machine turns on.
Yeah, the
Celine
fan
Dion is
machine.
playing in the background.
Shing.
The nights of endless pleasure.
That's,
Yeah, one of those.
it seems we're cut
That's
from the
the
same
song
cloth.
that plays
then.
every time someone casts Eagle Splendor.
And she says, usually they like us to look like this when we're like parading the clerics into town, so they want us to be all gleaming and shiny.
Oh, believe me, I get it, and I'm gonna cast Eagle Splendor myself. And just
Wow.
gonna
Wow.
give my best like Zoolander, Blue Steel.
I like to
Yeah,
imagine
like-
these two
like
are just
that.
having like a
That's
stare off,
what they like.
and Leaf is just standing there normal.
Mhm.
We have. I gotta check my spell list real quick. Because I can also cast Eagle Splendor,
Wow.
but I may have used all of my spell slots.
Well, how
Sitting
are
there
you?
no, I got
twiddling his
plenty left.
thumbs.
We're badly in need of a rest.
Also, but all kidding
I think I
aside,
already marked along.
how are you feeling?
A lot better.
You're up to
And-
normal?
A lot better just to be here and away from being hunted.
I wish I could feel the same.
You're being hunted?
Oh, well.
Oh, by the
By the Shadowvar.
Shadow Bar.
Oh,
Right.
And
Yeah.
be
That.
very grateful that your home is still here. Some of us aren't so lucky.
We should definitely see what they know about all of that situation here. They have to have some information.
That seems like a really good idea.
Also, I'm very curious about if she passed the test.
What test?
Jill, this was her test. Us coming to save you was her test.
Her!
Yes.
The one who
Oh,
died.
not you. It's
The least successful one.
Oh, I'm sure she did. It's supposed to be a really easy test. This one was not. I don't know what
wasn't.
happened
It
or why
wasn't.
they gave her this job, but
Well,
they
she
did.
She died twice, so maybe take it a little easy on her.
I should get her something nice.
She
for
likes
that.
alcohol.
Flowers? Oh, alcohol.
A lot. She likes
Like
alcohol.
a fruit basket of alcohol.
Wine.
That
She's
would
more of a hard
probably-
liquor kind of person.
Okay.
Make Jill happy.
Okay. I'll see what I can scrounge up.
I'm gonna beat Leith's ass. This is the episode. I'm sorry.
She's
A little
also
salty tonight.
but tread lightly because she's in a really bad mood, for understandably so.
Yeah. I'm sorry that this got in the way, if anything, of your mission, which seems really important.
Well, it's not so much. We all survived. We got you back, and that's got to mean something.
I hope so. I'm going to make it mean something. I'm going to make sure that all of the higher ups in my church find out about what you're doing, and if there's any way we can help, we will.
Beyonce will actually really not like he will get very touched by that. You have no idea how much that would mean to me. I am at my wit's end on this thing.
Well, you're not alone, and hopefully everything went fine with Belvoir, and then the Harpers are with you too. And with so many allies, how could we fail?
Oh,
My church did.
What happened?
Broke the Temple of Tyr.
It's
Where?
Waterdeep?
The halls of
In
justice.
Waterdeep. I didn't hear anything about that. What?
Well, news doesn't travel very fast then. I guess you were out on a mission. But and he's actually gonna start trembling that the halls of justice are completely obliterated. and many of many of Tyr's followers with it.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry. Welcome back. Just enjoy yourself. And he's just gonna walk away, not wanting a new person to just see him tearing up.
She watches you go, and then she looks over at Leith.
He's been taking it pretty hard.
I'm good at finding the wrong thing to say.
I know what that's like. I
Yeah.
say the wrong thing all the time.
Well, if even princes can say the wrong thing.
If I'm being honest, nobody's really taught me how to be a prince. Or even a fae. Just kind of making it up as I go along.
Or, and she looks around, you know what?
A werewolf?
Is that something you're supposed to talk about?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they all know. Merrick knows. He was there when I got bit. They all were there when I got bit. I was saving him. Or trying. It got a little messy.
What happened?
We were in... I don't actually remember the name of this town.
Hillsfar.
Hillsfar.
Hillsfar. We were in Hillsfar. And we got word that there was some weird stuff going on, and we found a cult, and we killed a bunch of the cultists, and then we found out that one of the big merchant folks in the city was involved
Well, that
with
was
them.
an Arkenbridge, but continue.
That's
Yes.
the one. That's where I got bit, was Arkenbridge. And yeah, we were trying to get to this merchant's office, and apparently he had hired a werewolf mercenary to keep us out of there. And well, we tried a lot of different things, and then it just made sense for me to get in his way so that my friends could go free. And he bit me, and it kind of hurt. And then I cast a spell on him, and I don't really remember what happened after that. He didn't die, but and then a few days later, we met this lady in a tree, and she had a lot of friends that were bears. And then I don't remember a whole lot. There was a dragon after that, and things.
Things.
And like you could tell as Leith is telling this story, and he gets to the parts that he doesn't remember or lost complete control, he's just like paraphrasing and glossing over and trying not to draw any attention to them.
And she reaches out to where your necklace is because you had brought this up last time, right? And she touches that and she says, "And when did you get that?"
I got the first half when Solune saved us from the Shadowfell after Shar threw our friend Seamus off a bridge, or made him throw himself off a bridge.
Shouldn't throw the name around if no one's told you.
Oh.
It's
Frankly, you'd think that traveling with a cleric, he would have mentioned something.
well, it's some people think it's superstition, but others say that saying the name of a god or goddess draws their attention onto you, and that they can hear anytime that their name is spoken. I don't know, obviously, if that's true or not, but that's always what I believed and how I was raised.
That might actually explain quite a lot of our bad luck recently.
That's why
so many times.
that's why a lot of people use nicknames for the gods or other names for them.
She who shan't be named.
Yes, that sort of thing.
Well, that just seems silly. But I guess
What?
it makes...
Names have power. I think that'd be something that Faye would understand.
Yeah. Totally understood that.
Leaf. He's adorable.
You could call her the
And, like,
Nightbringer, and that's
It's almost like
the
a
same
gear
thing.
has
Yeah.
locked in place in Lee's brain, and he's just like, wait, I can do what now?
Amazing. Amazing.
You said we should call her the Shadowbringer?
The Nightbringer. Most
Nightbringer.
people know that name, or even just the Dark Lady.
Right. And your god, what should we refer to them as?
Well, I don't generally mind drawing her attention. It's more something that if the god's an unpleasant one and you don't want their attention. But you could call her the Lady of Mysteries. Some people call her the Mother of All Magic, Our Lady of Spells.
Okay.
Do you know a lot about the weave?
I've picked up bits and pieces as we've done things to it.
You're probably gonna have to clarify that tomorrow.
Sure.
We should get some sleep.
Right. I think my friends were gonna find a place to get together. You're welcome to join us, or
Oh,
not.
it's okay. I'm tired. I'm gonna turn in. So,
Sure.
good night.
Yeah.
And
night.
she just takes off out the door.
And when she goes, Leith goes, ah.
I love her. She's
Leith is just gonna
adorable.
kind of stand there for a second and has like no idea what just happened.
Yep.
Like this whole thing was a whirlwind, and Beyonce's getting way more FaceTime than he was, and he's just lost and confused.
Yep. Fair. All right. I'm probably gonna cut this one here because that's
Perfect.
our hour. So
Let's
next
go.
time we will maybe visit a library, maybe talk about some weave magic. Who knows?
Who knows
Jill can
indeed.
break the good news to the rest of the team and all of that. So we will see you guys next week. Thanks again to our sponsors, Sirenscape, Character Case, and Gaming Paper. Check us out. We'll see you guys.
Yay.
Bye.
Yeah, so
Bye.
woo-hoo.